kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? Hey, you, my head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful, like sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like a fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking your places. My name is Adrie Meidam. I work as Executive Director for the IBA program, and I will be your host for this festive event today. I'm happy to welcome all of you in the new Luxor Theatre, home of many large-scale events and theatre productions, and now for the 7th time the IBA Graduation Ceremony. Before we get started, may I kindly ask to switch off your cell phones. And we have a cortege of professors attending the ceremony, so may I please ask you to raise from your seats as the cortege enters the hall. So please raise. And the cortege enters in silence, but you are allowed to take pictures. Thank you. You may get seated. Well, you may wish to know who just entered. Preceding the cortege is the Master of Ceremonies, or more popular, the Beadle, Miss Yvonne de Wart. And the impressive staff, also used to announce the famous Hora Est, is called the Mace. The cortege itself was made up of 3 professors, who, because of their informal role within the Rotterdam School of Management, are all very important for the IBA program. Professor Steve van der Velde, Professor of Management and Technology and Dean of the Rotterdam School of Management. Professor Taco Reus, Professor in Global Strategy, teaching macroeconomics in the IBA program. And Professor Gabriele Jacobs, Professor of Organizational Behavior and Culture and Academic Director of the IBA program. Time to ask in the graduates. May I ask you to give them a warm hand, and maybe it's good to do it in the rhythm, because we need quite some time for it. Let the graduates enter. Welcome to all of you, our distinguished professors, our graduates, their relatives and friends, members of the Rotterdam School of Management community. We highly appreciate your presence at the 15th official graduation ceremony of the Bachelor Program in International Business Administration. We know that some of you needed to travel to be here, which is highly appreciated. We appreciate the presence of your relatives and friends joining us from all corners of the world. I heard a lot of foreign languages talking downstairs. We would also like to welcome our virtual guests who are tuning into the webcast. And I can tell you, last year we had over 1,500 people watching us live stream all over the world. We make official pictures, especially of the graduates, but still you're also welcome to take some pictures yourself. IBA graduates, you may remember how it all started. When we did a kick-off, we said, well, you're in, congratulations. Maybe a good reason to shake hands with each other. We have a reason again, because you're graduating. Maybe there's a good moment to shake hands again. And your visitors can do the same with the neighbors. Congratulations. Shake hands, please. Thank you. You will have noticed, dear students, that we sent you a final exit survey asking your opinion on the entire program. You know we send out evaluation surveys every now and then. You have provided us with great response of 360 students in total, which is slightly more than the evaluations we normally send out. I'll take my chance in between the various presentations to share some of the outcomes with you. But may I now invite our Dean, Professor van der Velde, to the stage to conduct the opening address. Professor van der Velde.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, and most of all, dear graduates, welcome all to the RSM IBA Graduation Ceremony 2017. And of course, let me start by congratulating the around 300 graduates present here today. Graduating is a fantastic achievement, and you got all the reasons in the world to be very, very proud of yourselves. I know for sure that your parents, your family, your friends are. And of course, RSM is very proud of you too. And talking about your parents and friends and family, I'm sure that some of them are also very relieved, maybe never have expected to witness this happy day. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about, because my daughter, she's still stuck between the second and third year of her bachelor at RSM. Now, before I proceed, let me try and sense how happy and proud you are today. I already noticed that Adrie Meidam had a kind of a rehearsal, but let me ask you this big question once more. So, class of 2017, how happy are you today? That's not bad at all, Adrie, really, really. But then, you know, we asked exactly the same question yesterday with a Dutch bachelor graduation. And it disappoints me a bit to tell you that they... Anyway, so let me ask you once more, right? So, class of 2017, and now please, you know, I really expect you to stand up, dance, go through the roof, whatever you want to do, no limits. Class of 2017, how happy are you today? Oh, well, I think it has to do it. Now, on a more serious note, especially maybe for everyone in the back rows, Rotterdam School of Management, RSM for short, is a leading international research-led business school. The research basis is crucial for our school and our education, as it's no longer about what you know, but it's all about what you think and how you think. We want our students, our graduates, to be critical thinkers and practical doers. To achieve this, research is crucial. And you probably all know that RSM enjoys very high positions in the different league tables. For instance, the US News and World Report ranking, which came out last week, the most important ranking in the US, puts us number 14 in the world, number 3 in Europe. On the one hand, behind Harvard and Oxford, but then before Cambridge and Princeton. The Shanghai... Wow. If this is where we're going, then maybe I should mention more of these rankings, right? So, why not? The Shanghai ranking. Anyway, you probably know the story. We are very well ranked, and that's very good news, because these high rankings confirm the very high quality of our students, confirm their employability, confirm the quality of our faculty, of our research, and our educational programs. These high rankings allow us to attract and retain the brightest of the brightest students, the best of the best faculty and staff, and to work with the most forward-thinking companies. And dear graduates, if you think about it, no matter what you're going to do after your bachelor, these rankings say a whole lot about the value of your degree, of your RSM degree. However, and I really would like to stress that, these high rankings are not an end in themselves. For us, they are just a means to build our reputation and to achieve our mission. The mission, which is nothing else but the common purpose of the entire RSM community, consisting of academic and non-academic staff, students and alumni, some 30,000 people altogether. Now, what is this new mission of ours? I'm very proud of it. It's very short. The mission of RSM, of the entire community, is to be a force for positive change in the world. And let me repeat this, because I really hope that it will stick with you forever. We want to be a force for positive change. Now, why this mission, and what does it mean exactly? Well, let's take one step back and look at all the big societal challenges. Just to name a few: hunger, poverty, inequality, unemployment, injustice, climate change, depleting resources, failing institutions, and so on, and so on. At RSM, we deeply believe that business can and should play a key role in addressing and solving these challenges. We can't leave it to governmental and non-governmental organizations. Business is really key. And since it's our remit to enhance the practice and management of business, we, RSM, therefore by implication, have a responsibility to address these challenges, to make a positive change happen. So how exactly can we do this? Well, as a business school, we have 3 main levers, or levers. First, our academic research that addresses these big societal challenges. Second, our engagement with the environment, our external stakeholders like industry, governmental organizations, including the city of Rotterdam, and civil society. But the third, and the most powerful instrument we have, that's our students. These are our graduates. In other words, that's everyone sitting here in the front rows. You are the much needed agents for positive change, and you have the duty to address these big societal challenges. Dear graduates, you are the ones that can create value and wealth and well-being, not just for yourselves, but for others in a responsible and sustainable way. You are key for a sustainable future. And I therefore trust you see your bachelor degree as something more than just a ticket for a first or a higher income, or an entry ticket for an MSc program. As future decision makers and leaders, you will be in the advantageous position for making a positive change in the world. I expect you to be an agent of positive change, a source of inspiration for others, to lead by example. And therefore, I would like you to take a step back from time to time and look at yourselves in the mirror and ask yourself, am I making a positive change in the world? Am I making a positive change for my family, my friends, my community, my society, my company, the world? And if the answer is no, then it might be time for a fundamental change. Life is simply too short. Dear graduates, we believe in you, as each and every one of you is a crucial part of our social capital, now and in the future. We will keep you close at heart. We'll stay connected, as we need your active support to strengthen our reputation, but most of all, to achieve our mission. I therefore wish you all the best in your personal and professional lives, and would say, let the force for positive change be with you. Thank you very much.
As said, some results of the exit survey. The most important question was, of course, did you like the program? Well, the good news is that 97% of you reported that the program has met your expectations. And within this group, roughly 16% said that it was truly enriching, exceeded all their expectations. On the other hand, there's also 3% of students who let us know that the program did not meet their expectations, and another group of 22% who only found the program somewhat enriching. Assets of the program are the highly diverse student population, you're testifying this, and the true international character. And many of you also liked that it is broad, although others criticized this a bit. Most criticism is on mistaken exams, and quite some of you also missed the more practical side. But the general picture is a positive one. We are currently restructuring the program. We will increase the practical dimension by introducing a sandwich year, which can be spent on longer internships, for instance. And in the third year, we will introduce 5 tracks of which you can choose one. That's for future generations, so not for you. But I have other good news. I found 2 IBA students who have dared to come to stage to share some experiences with you. May I invite Nina Feuerstein and Sipo Arntzen to join the stage? So you took the long way. Do you know how many graduates we have today?
Quite a few.
Who speed it up?
That's a lot of people, Nina. Jesus, what do you get ourselves into? That
Let's
might
do
actually
it.
help, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks.
So, you already know what this whole fuss is about, so I think we'll get right to it. It's been one hell of a ride over the past 3 years to get this bloody piece of paper. I'd like to thank everyone along the way, and all the best with your future endeavors.
Well, that is in essence what we want to say. But since we have this stage for roughly 10 minutes, we will elaborate to reach the minimum word count, like some of you know from IBA assignments, right?
Thesis, SBP. Excuse me. Sorry.
All right, hello, my name is Nina.
Hi, I'm Sipo. We're proud to be here today to talk on behalf of the IBA graduates of 2017. We were offered to talk here today, so we asked ourselves, what should we actually talk about? Should we roast IBA by talking about all the official exams that were printed with the correct results just beneath the questions? Or the results of multiple choice exams that took way too long to be graded, considering it was done with a machine as well? Or the group works that went horribly wrong? Or of course the IT courses with super useful Excel and PowerPoint books?
But we also thought about unleashing the unicorns and the butterflies and talk about how this top-notch education is going to make us CEOs of the future, how it enriched us academically as well as personally, how it gave us a place within the IBA family. And we also thought about praising the Poisson distribution and bottleneck memes. But no, today we would like to put it in perspective.
So I think we all remember a situation having to introduce yourself 20 plus times at Eureka Week or international dinners or freshman weekend. I think it was very funny. It was always quite challenging to figure out what country the person is actually from after they had told you 17 different countries they had traveled in, lived in, studied in, etc., etc. And I think the countless group assignments also made us aware of cultural differences on dimensions such as punctuality and work ethics. I would like to think that I can now accurately state the country of origin of the people who came solely for the purpose of doing the work and those who actually stayed around for a casual beer or two. I think these experiences undoubtedly taught us the importance of being open to different perspectives and different cultures.
Yeah, and do you remember when you told me about biltong, that dried meat snack from South Africa? And yeah, do you remember when I told you about the Austrian dirndl?
I'm sorry, what, did you say Austrian dildos?
No,
you never talked about this, Nina.
I didn't. What I meant to say was dirndl, the Austrian traditional dress. But yeah, typical IBA story. But it's also what made IBA so much fun. So, one second. So all the friends that we have from all around the place probably has a lot to do with the fact that we've all attended IBA. And yeah, this definitely sparked our curiosity and improved our cultural awareness. And it also showed us creative and unconventional ways to get past language barriers and cultural misunderstandings.
True. So we all remember all of the theoretical framework, very important stuff we had to do. For example, SWOT, stakeholder analysis, Hofstede's cultural, whatever that was. The CAPM thingy, and of course, let's not forget the game theory. I think, if anything, they seemed uninteresting and boring and irrelevant at the time, but we probably recall a lot more than we would like to think. And hopefully it'll be more useful than we actually expected.
And along these lines, IBA also definitely helped us with the development of our academic mindsets. We learned to conduct proper research and how to properly cite sources. Throughout these 3 years, we spent countless hours on in-text referencing and perfecting the shitty bibliography. And we also hunted for sources to back up our brilliant ideas that we had on 4 a.m. bike rides back home. If you ask me, do I like referencing? Not at all. But whether I like it or not. So, whether or not we've actually liked these methodology, academic writing, and research project courses, they showed us that it is really important to critically examine the information that is presented to us. And on the side, it also allowed us to conduct our own research. So,
ladies and gentlemen, today we're proud to present our very own research. This study seeks to examine the extent to which caffeine-fueled late-night study sessions, as well as the cumulative quantity of lectures attended in a post-intoxicated state of mind, affect the return on our education. Over a 3-year time horizon, we collected a probability sample of data perfectly representing the diverse population. The results of our research are therefore internally valid, reliable, robust, and generalizable beyond the population to the theoretical domain.
Yeah. All you researchers, these terms sound really arousing, but just keep it down, thanks.
Yeah. Especially you male researchers out there, I hope you wore a pair of jeans today.
But we've also developed a model that visualizes the results of our studies. So as you can see, on this model, we've identified 2 extremes on each end of the spectrum. And additionally, we've also discovered some rather unique traits and characteristics of certain observations that are different from the norm. I believe your researchers called them outliers.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all remember the people who would be first into the library when it opened at 8-ish, 9 o'clock, whenever it opened.
More or less.
And be the last ones to leave when it closed.
Yeah, and then you have the ones who you'd be guaranteed to see at bed on a Tuesday night and at Wednesdays. At Blender on Wednesdays, excuse me.
And of course, you had those who, of course, were engaged in salary negotiations at one of the big 4 consulting firms or investment banks, even if they didn't have a job.
And then you have the ones who have absolutely no clue whatsoever about classes, courses, schedules, and the ones you don't even know because they never go to class in the first place. True story.
So regardless of where you find yourself on the spectrum, I think what we're getting at is that IBA gave you the tools to
Yeah, that's also where we struggled when we were trying to come up with something about what IBA actually gives us. And everything we came up with sounded so kumbaya. So we concluded that it is really, really hard to find a common denominator to define what IBA gives us in the end.
So what really defines us as IBA graduates is what we each individually take away from the experiences gained over the past 3 years. And remember, it's not the cards you're dealt in life, it's how you play them. Actually, that's sounding very kumbaya. Let's leave that alone.
But yeah, talking of kumbaya anyway, we'd also like to give a word of thanks today.
We'd like to thank program management for... What did program management do again?
The program? No, seriously, guys. From the admission, from the application, all the way to receiving this bloody piece of paper today, program management has been there to support us throughout. We'd also like to give a word of thanks to the professors who shared their knowledge with us and their research, and that they provided more or less practical learning experiences for each one of us. And yeah, thanks for taking so much time to grade our assignments and exam papers. For some of us, this really came with panic attacks and nervous breakdowns.
Yeah, and on a side note, for all the professors who made us fly back to Rotterdam for resits, if you're dying of guilt on the inside today, if it's eating at your soul, professors, don't worry. We have provided the following banking details. And of course, the proceeds of these kind donations will go towards the IBA Resit Fund, which will, of course, put to very good use tonight.
Yeah, we would also like to thank you guys, every one of our fellow students who was with us throughout the years. And we'd also think that we really like to collaborate. And we somehow developed this unwritten rule that at some point before the exam, someone would upload the lecture notes and a very handy summary. So for everyone who did that and helped us pass the exams and not spend money on summaries.
You the real MVP. And of course, it goes without saying that none of this would have been possible without the support of our parents, both emotionally and financially. To all the parents who sent us extra money for books, knowing very well the money would be used for beers or a cheap Ryanair ticket, we love you guys very much and appreciate everything you've done for us.
Yeah, to our parents!
It was a joke, Mom, it was a joke.
Yeah. But like we said before, it all matters how you put it in perspective. And one thing is for sure, we're all entering one of the most uncertain and thrilling phases of our lives. But whether you identify as a game changer who will revolutionize current business practices and business models,
or as a forward thinker who's going to seize opportunities in unexplored territories,
or as an idea maker who's going to come up with solutions to problems we're not even aware of today,
or as a boundary pusher in academia, in startups, in big corporations, or in a completely different field,
we propose a toast to all of us.
Yeah.
Here's to this bloody piece of paper. Be bold and make it yours. Thank you.
Yeah. What can I say? I just will talk about some dull statistics. So back to the survey. The question arises, what are you doing after your bachelor? Well, 47% of you has decided to immediately continue with a master's at RSM, and another 16% will do so after a gap year. So quite some of you stay with us. Thank you. 24% has gone or will go for a master elsewhere. Most popular places being Imperial College, London Business School, London School of Economics, Copenhagen Business School, St. Gallen, Sciences Po, and HEC. And some of you will even leave Europe for graduate studies at prestigious schools like Columbia University in New York. The gap year is very popular among you. 28% of you does this. Finally, we have very small numbers of graduates going to work or for internships, just 8%, and 9 students set up their own company. Do we have any Americans today? I'm looking for one particular American. Greg, where are you?
Thank you, Adri. Hi, yes, I'm Greg Shapiro, comedian, American, Dutchman, and the American Netherlander, indeed. So, how are you guys doing? Nice. Congratulations. I know I got to follow Nina and Sifo, but here we go. So, yes, I've been asked by Adri to come here and say a few words of welcome to everybody on behalf of myself and this show that I'm doing, the United States of Europe, representing both the American and the Netherlands, the Dutch people here today. So we heard from some Americans. Great. How many Dutch people here today? There we go. Echt trots. Ja, dat is geweldig. Ja. You know, being part Dutch, part American, I am tweetalig. I do speak both languages, but I don't like to speak Dutch because it makes my mouth feel sad. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm very happy to be from the United States. Yeah, very proud to be American. We're proud of our country right now. Red, white, and blue, and orange, and it's amazing. And so now, I was, you know, I've spoken to some of you before, but, you know, since then, I was making some commentary about the 45th and possibly final president of the United States. And that's part of the reason I was asked to come here today. And, you know, we have this new president. It's very exciting, okay? It's the first time that the White House has been run as a reality show, because that is the fakest thing there is, actually. And anyway, so here we go. You know, we got the new president, and you know, fair warning: if you talk enough about the president of the United States, your mouth you start feeling and sounding like the president of the United States. It's strange. This phenomenon that happens, okay. And I realize I look nothing like Donald Trump, you know, but yeah, well. I know, I look nothing like him. My hands are relatively large, you know, but anyway, I am here to say that it is strange what happens, you know. If you look at Donald Trump, you'll notice his eyes are never fully open and his mouth is never, ever closed, okay. And so, yeah, I started sounding a bit like Donald Trump. I worked on a whole show called Trump Up the Volume. And pretty soon, when Donald Trump became president, this Dutch comedy show called Zondag met Lubach, they decided to welcome the new president from the Netherlands in terms he could understand. And so that's when they came up with this video. And I saw the script. They asked me to do the voice. I said, oh, let me read this. And it's like, oh, grab him by the pony. I thought, oh, come on. This is going to be funny. And so they wanted it with just an American voice. You know, we know it's going to be America first, but can we just say the Netherlands second? And then they thought, like, well, we know you do the Trump thing. Can you try that as well? And I was like, okay, let's give it a try. We know it's going to be America first, but can we just say the Netherlands second? And everybody agreed, yeah, that's probably better. So this video is now known as the Netherlands second video. And so many people have seen it. It's so great. It's so fantastic. It's all over the world, totally viral. And I've had people from the United States, saying like, have you seen this video? It's about the Netherlands and it's about the president. You would love this. And I said, yeah, Mom, that's my voice, So anyway, people keep asking, do you think the president has seen this? And I said, I don't know, but I do know that this video about the Netherlands now has more views on YouTube than the official Donald Trump inauguration video. So, hey, go figure. And I do a tutorial. It's how to talk like Trump on my channel. Anyway, let's talk about you guys. Personally, if you're like me, you're from Chicago, the second city, Rotterdam, the second city of the Netherlands. It's great. I feel at home here. This is the theater that brought me to the Netherlands. And, it's Boom Chicago, celebrating 25 years next year. How about that? We actually still have a letter from the city of Amsterdam, a framed letter that says, thank you for asking us if this business plan would be possible. And they said, it is not possible. It is not possible. No one, will go see an English-speaking comedy thing, and no tourists will go see a show with Chicago in the title. We kept the letter because it turns out it was possible. And it turns out that was our first lesson into Dutch culture. That is not possible means, oh, it's possible. I just don't feel like it. So anyway, yes, pretty soon we started having these culture shock moments. And if you live here long enough, you might know some of these culture shock moments yourselves. I call it culture shock therapy, because at some point, even though it's a bit of a shock, it feels like this is kind of better, or funny. This is a ship that was coming, right past my house. And in Dutch, it's called de Gregoerij from Goes, which is in Zeeland, in NL for Nederland, right? But to me, this says Gregory goes NL. It was time for Gregory to go Dutch. And so I did. I actually wrote a book. This is called How to Be Dutch, the Quiz. All the questions that I think should be on the Dutch Assimilation Citizenship exam. And if you're... if you have a high enough grade score, apparently, you get one of these books, and I'm so proud to be able to contribute here today. But anyway, in the book, I wrote some stuff about the accomplishments of Dutch people, Dutch innovators, Dutch artists, and designers, and there are so many wonderful things that are all over the world, and people don't know that they are Dutch. So this is a game that I call Touch What's Dutch. I go back to my family back in Chicago, and every time there's like a new thing, I was like, oh, did you know? That's a Dutch invention, a Dutch design, a Dutch innovation. And people don't know. So this is the game. You can play it anywhere in the world. And these are just the ones that I'm about to do for you. These are just the ones that rhyme. So let's see if we can get through this little poem I've created based on Dutch innovation. Everything that might be in your parents' house, in your family's house, it's, this is the artwork hanging on your wall. The long life light bulb in your hall. Carrots that are colored orange. Yeah, who knew? Wi-Fi? Yes, that's Dutch too. The first operational submarine. Senseo, that disappointing coffee machine. Lady Melisandre from Game of Thrones. And Dario, the one slipping Khaleesi the bone. Philips, Shell, KLM, Unilever, RSM, WeTransfer, Heineken, Anne Frank, and Van Halen. MC Escher, Hieronymus Bosch, Rembrandt, Vincent van Gogh, Erasmus, Spinoza, René Descartes, and Barney, or now Michiel van Gerwen, the guy with the darts. The word Yankee, the word cookie, and Johan Cruyff, R.I.P., yes. Some of the best football the world has ever seen, except Not the men, but the Dutch women in 2017. So, yes, y'all. So those are just some of the things that are Dutch, and I wanted to share that. You know, this is what we think of the Netherlands in America. It used to be Bill O'Reilly here, and it used to be talking about a permissive society. If you are not from the Netherlands, if you've never been here, probably some of your preconceived notions about the Netherlands, not very accurate, you know? Watching newscasts about the Netherlands, in America certainly, we are led to believe that all Dutch people are overly permissive, you know? They're all about sex and drugs and bikes, and all Dutch people are just drug-doing, drug-pushing, baby-injecting, grandpa-murdering homosexuals. And then you move here and you realize that's not even true. I mean, you know, maybe Belgium, but you know, then you start learning a bit about the culture, and yes, you know, Erasmus. There would be no Reformation without Erasmus. Spinoza, the pillars of Western society. René Descartes wrote, I think, therefore I am, in Amsterdam. And then you realize, well, maybe not always so progressive, but anyway. It's also difficult if you're Dutch people and you're going on to study in London or any English-speaking environment, it can be difficult for Dutch people. You have to go and say, hello, my name is Freak. And, you know, you're Freak? Yes, I'm Freak, and this is my friend Jerk. And is this some kind of joke? No, this is my wife Yoka, and this is our son Taco. Taco is a normal boy's name here. I don't know how that got started. Even the head of the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam is named Taco Dibbits. That is not a name. That is a snack food. What is your sister's named Guacamole or something? I don't know how, yeah, but it's a Dutch thing, and it's culture shock therapy. And this is a thing as well. I'm working on a podcast now. It's called Surviving the Dutch, and we interviewed this professor. Jan Willem Duivendok we interviewed. And he talked about the anti-nationalist nationalism, the paradox of Dutch national identity, right? So, for example, I can ask, how many Dutch people speak English really well? That's, you know, nowhere on mainland Europe are there more English speakers than in the Netherlands. 90% of the Dutch culture can speak English proficiently. That's amazing. But let's rephrase the question. How many Dutch people can speak English better than French people? Better than German people? It's technically true, so there's no reason to be ashamed about it. But do you notice how if you say to Dutch people, yeah, are you proud of something? It's like, why? Let's not, you know, niet opscheppen. You know? We don't want to brag or anything. We don't want to be too proud. But if you start comparing the Netherlands to some other losers, that's no problem. Yeah, we're better than them. So that's how you get the Dutch identity. Even though it's a weak national identity is apparently typical Dutch, I am here to remind you there are plenty of things to be proud of in Dutch culture. This is a map of the Netherlands about 100 years ago. And what did Dutch people do? They just, you know, we got bored and we just started digging and pumping and digging and pumping. Bam! Flevoland. And the rest of the world was like, how the hell did you? There was like a big lake there, and now there's like a whole extra province. And Dutch people are like, yeah, it's just Flevoland. It's niet gezellig. I wouldn't want to live there. And I was just passing through Lelystad, and they said, like, oh, we have help us solve the parking problem in Lelystad. We have 50,000 empty parking spaces. Please help us fill them. There's so much space. It's so amazing. So anyway, that's one reason to be proud of the Netherlands. I mean, this is the Netherlands. This is like just a tip of the new land that was reclaimed from the sea. And, you know, land planning guys just had so much fun. And I'm sure they figured out in this forest area, like, what would happen if, you know, we planted a forest, but in the middle of the forest, there's like an empty space in the shape of a tree. And then we take all the empty space And we put those trees in the form of a tree in the middle of an open field. It's a visual joke for the airplanes. And that's what you can do when you create your own land. It's amazing. Or, maybe it's like some magic Mario mushroom joke I don't even get. I think that's you can be proud of that. Have you seen this article? This one just came out this year, National Geographic. This tiny country feeds the world. And it is true. There's so many exports that come not just with the port of Rotterdam, but in terms of value, the second biggest exporter in the world is the Netherlands, this tiny country. And guess who's the biggest? It's totally America is number one. And so, at least in terms of agricultural exports, the Netherlands is indeed second. So you can be proud of that. The bikes. There are more bikes than people here. We don't know how they're repopulating, but we are trying to cull the herd. The family car in the Netherlands is a bike. It's amazing. And they always have, helmets? Nah, but a windshield for the child. Yes, that's first things first. The wind might be harmful. A truck hitting us? Nah, that's no problem. Bike paths. Aren't they so romantic? And it's so civilized having a bike path. There's a space on the road just for your bike. Other cities don't really get the whole concept yet. This is London. I think this is Belgium. Just good luck, bikes. Take your chances. And in America, they have this one. Give the cyclist space. Where should we put that sign? In the cycle path. Good job, guys. And please, when, you have to remember when you're in the Netherlands, bicycles always get a special priority. To translate, this sign says, if you want to live, please wait for the train, except for bikes. Bikes go wherever they want. But if you are, biking with children, if you're biking with small children, please remember to wear appropriate undergarments. Please, people. Now, I know some people might take the Trump stuff the wrong way, and I don't mean it. He's the president, and, I make fun of him just like I made fun of the president before him. And I will point out that if Dutch people want to come up and say, oh, yeah, it's so typical American that you would elect this guy with the blonde hair and the big mouth, and he thinks the rules don't apply to him. Never in the Netherlands could we have a politician with blonde hair and a big mouth and thinks the rules don't apply to him. Never could we have Geert Wilders. This guy, indeed, he came in second in the previous election. And I will point out that Dutch people, let's just remember, Donald Trump he wouldn't be here without the Netherlands. And in fact, Donald Trump is a little bit thanks to Dutch people. How did Donald Trump get his start in business? It was crooked real estate deals in Manhattan. What was his inspiration for crooked real estate deals in Manhattan? I wonder, when the entire island was purchased for only 24 gulden from the Native Americans. I think that was Dutch people. Don't forget, Donald Trump got his start in America. He made his name on television with The Apprentice. That was that reality show. Which became a reality thanks to the Big Brother house back in, who was that? That was, that was the Dutch people who started that. You're also responsible. And yes, Donald Trump relied on some inherent racism in America to get elected, and that goes all the way back to when America owned slaves. Slaves who were sold to us by, what country was that again? Oh yes, that was the Netherlands. So yes, Donald Trump is Dutch people's responsibility. Why do you think he paints his face orange every day? That's the Dutch national family color. I love it. I feel so orange all the time. It's fantastic. Every day is King's Day for me. I feel so royal. And anyway, if you want more, I can send you to that YouTube site. It's great. And I'll end on the idea that, for Dutch people, it's not always easy, doing business on an international basis. But you make it work. The national airline of the Netherlands is KLM. In English, it's pronounced Killam. But you guys make it work as an airline. One of the largest financial institutions in the country is called Rob a Bank. But still, you guys make it work. I love it. All the blank notebooks, they say no titties. And it's an open and tolerant society, but please no. Breakfast here is like the worst croissants every time. Lunch is the worst. And if you want a vegetarian replacement for the worst, it's called homos, apparently. It's offensive. This is, if you want to do any baking, you have to find white bastard sucker. This is a health drink. It was called AIDS. Didn't do very well. If you want a daycare center where your children will be safe from inappropriate contact, Fondle Kids is here. The barf menu for your pets. So nice they'll eat it twice. This is a dog grooming salon called Dog Style. I was taking a picture of this shop. The guy came out and said, what are you doing? I said, do you know what dog style means in English? And he said, yes. Culture shock therapy, people. Okay, this is a cleaning company. They're called Ew. This is another cleaning company who are called Robbers. Yes, trust them in your office. We're robbers. Reinforcing every stereotype. This is the pot delivery van, man. What else? Oh yeah, if you want to blow up your car, this is a place called Fire Zone. This is a shop in The Hague. I don't know what this sign clearly says black kids for sale, sale, sale. I don't know what they do there. This is a product or a service. It's called Baby Dump. And this is apparently the revenge of all the unwanted dumped babies. Mama, Mama, die, as she believed. Anyway, that's it for me. Congratulations, everyone. RSM, well done. Gefeliciteerd de klas van 2017. Dank jullie wel.
Back to the survey again. We were also curious if the intercultural dimension of the IBA program would really appeal to you, and if you further developed your skills in this regard. Without doubt, you are a very international-oriented bunch. An impressive 85% of you has been involved in program activities abroad. The exchange was the most popular. 53% of you did that. Another 30% went for an international internship, and around 40% has participated in international study trips. And the smaller numbers could be seen in international case competitions or in the STAR Erasmus Consultancy project. We're also very curious how you would judge your own behavior on skills. Well, you are very impressed by your own level of English, as 78% of you gave yourself a 9 or a 10 for writing skills, and even 80% did so for speaking skills. And I know you rate some professors a bit lower. You're also confident that you possess of very good skills with regard to effectively working in a team with individuals from different cultural backgrounds, as you give yourself an 8.5 for that. And of course, we consider this to be very important for IBA students. Finally, you indicate that you do appreciate cultural differences, but you score yourself lower on questions on choosing culturally diverse teams for group work or on choosing to hang out with students from other cultures. Still, scores are pretty high, and we're happy to see that. Then, as a final warming up for the Diploma Awards, we would like to show you a little animation made by Funky Branding, 2 former IBA students, Alexander Broekman and Joost Vissers.
I guess we all remember how this whole studying IBA thing started. You're all ambitious after having finished your high school, and you're thinking, oh come on, it should all be a piece of cake. So let's go back in time and take a nice walk. So it all starts in this Eureka Week thing. There you are, all fresh and innocent from home, with the best intentions to make new friends. You end up meeting some cool people, and you realize you have a pretty good-looking neighbor in your new student house. Now the first few months fly by, right? I mean, this is amazing. How is it possible that every day there is something different to celebrate? So after you've hopped from one social drink to another, you realize there was one small detail you forgot about. Exams! Right. Okay, time to focus, time to be productive, time to perform. Maybe you should start dropping some hobbies and make some time for studying. Anyway, time goes on. Some friends left, some new people came in, and you have a nice group of friends now. I mean, can you imagine? You only knew these guys for a year or two, and you're already so close. Time for some fresh air. You can now do anything you like for the next few months. You went to visit some cool university abroad during the exchange. Or you could have done an internship and learned what it means to do business. Or a minor to get a better taste of that subject you like so much. So after coming back full of new experience and friends, now comes the final sprint. Oh yeah, the bachelor thesis. All these horrible stories from these ex-bachelor students probably creeped you out a bit. And you start working and worrying and working and worrying and working and worrying. But in the end you realize, work was really all there was to it. And you've done just fine. So look at you now, all grown up, sitting in your graduation ceremony. It wasn't such a bad walk, right? Congratulations, guys. You're done. You're done! Or master. Which is also a possibility. But, you know, one thing at a time.
May I now ask the graduates to be prepared for the stage? You've put in your rows in strict alphabetical order. I'll leave it to Zhao and Stella to beep you up. Just a few final statistics. Not all graduates could make it to attend the ceremony, but still we have a record number of participants. 333 tonight. And we see a lot of people also on the live stream. Hi guys. Our group today is representing no fewer than 45 different nationalities. 42% of you are Dutch. The other 58% of the group consists of an impressive group of internationals, with 42 graduates from Germany, 28 French students, and larger numbers of Italian, Bulgarian, Chinese, Spanish, and Swedish students. Anyway, you can see it on the slides. Finally, I would like to mention that studying IBA has been a different experience for each of you. We have seen that some struggled with courses, whereas others simply went for a 10. We have seen who faced problems at the start of the program, feeling lost or homesick, whereas others smoothly settled in. And we've seen students from wealthy backgrounds, but we've also seen students who had just enough money to survive. You all made it. Some with narrow passes, some with great results. I'd like to express my result to all of you. You deserve our congratulations. I would now like to invite Professor Reus, Taco Reus, don't laugh, to join me on the stage, as he will, on behalf of the examination board of the Rotterdam School of Management, formally to hand over the bachelor diplomas. And given the international character of IBA, I very much appreciate that he underlines the international flavor by wearing his gown from Florida Atlantic University. Welcome, Professor Reus. Are you ready for it? There we go. There's always one student first, I would say. Let's see if the list is correct. Let's go to Ines Sendo Levantopoulou. And the next one, Botakos Akelbek. And from Georgian background, Mariam Agvediani. Turkish, Jansu Alp. Dutch, Karel Andriessen. Joep Annega from the Netherlands. Lorenzo Antimiani. Sipo Aartsen, we've seen him before. Jessica Arts. Priscilla Asante. Guillaume Oche. Yusuf Azimov. Azerbaijan background. Rosanne Baars. And Russian Anna Balisheva. Mark Barbans. Jessica Barbaranelli. Jaap van Beek. Celebrating the moment. Lynn San Antonio Benelli. And Mateus Beraldo. Carlijn van den Berg. Linnea Bergman. Beauregard Berton. Irina Besnea. Lisa Biesenbach. Joël Blijgroot. Evie Blokker. Florian Blom. Iva Borcheva, Bulgarian. Olivia Bok. Nicolas de Boer. Iris Bominaar. Marijn Boon. Jarno Boot. Martijn Bos. And of mixed Dutch, American and Colombian origin, Naomi Gabriela Boterenboot. And Irish Quaylen Broderick. Marien Brun. En Gustav Beuntje. Laura Burmanier. Theodor Cataniccio. Theo Paul Charpentier. Yige Chen. Clara Chervies. Lea Chevry. Carmen Chi. And from Czech and Vietnamese background, Tan Long Chu. Martijn Kleton. Jesko Kolsman. Fabian Damen. En Belgian Madon van Damme. Avinash Daswani. En Luxemburg, Guillaume Davzak. Stijn Dominicus. Sarah Doyle Cunningham, Irish. Philip Eble. Dries Endert. Julius Eveke. En Nina Maria Feuerstein. Italian Antonio Fincato. Rosalie de Formaloir. Arthur Fortanier. David Fransén, Swedish. Xanne Vreesen. And British Douglas Fullerton. Andrea Gambarini. Edwin Gillebaar. Roman Geraci. En Dutch-Portuguese Saskia Gerrits de Azevedo Coutinho. Emily Gevaerts. Mark Gijsbers. Clara Gillet. Alexandre Etienne Martin Marie Giroux. And I think our first Greek students, Evangelos Gontas. Yevgeny Golov. Iris José. Tom van der Graaf. And another Dutch name, Jeroen de Groot. Robert Gresiak from Poland. Nieuwe Gorsahani. Aniek Ter Haar. Luc Hakkeng. Elena Hajivasili from Cyprus. Ties Haagdoorn. Lily Hambrecht. Gottfried Hans Hanschke. And our first Swiss, Sebastian Hartmann. Dayan Hasnain. And Indonesian Theo Hasudungan. Maximilian Hattesuur. Nino Heinsman. Mas van Hemert. Iris Hendricks. And French-Japanese Anna Erpin. And French Pauline Eucht. And Estonian Ander Hindremei. Bo Hitzert. Marielle Hoepner. Sanne Holstvoogd. And Swedish Alexander Holtzman Ekholm. Thomas, you may call me Tommy, hoofd van Huisduinen. Dutch. Ella Horvat, Swedish background also. Lucas Pieter Hoeben. And Chinese, Zheng Xin Wang. Dutch Irish, Eve Huge. Lilith van der Hulst. And Spanish, Irene Infante Ruy. Japanese, Kao Iwashita. And from India, Surai Iyer. Kim Jacobs. Stijn Jansen. Sebastian Jedrzak from Poland. Lengli Yang from China. And Dutch Anne Elisabeth de Jong. From Moldova, Francesca Iozanu. And a Swedish again, Filippa Josephson. Chinese Dongyu Ju. Emily Juris. Per Kamerman. En German Oscar Kemmer. Xander Kanon. And Bulgarian Elena Karamanoleva. Nikina Kargar. And Serbian Theodor Karic. Carmen Kars from the Netherlands. In Gabonese French background, Benoit Goube Kasakumba. Niels Kavelaars. And Nicolas Kazoglu. Johannes Keiten, Germany. En Dutch Noortje Keurhorst. Linus Kinsel. Sergio Kirienka Paneya. Luc Klein-Obbink. Leon Kluiters. Charlotte Koot. En Dutch Georgina Korn. Tamara de Kra. En Slovakian Filip Kračuška. And another Slovakian, Matuš Kral. Jonas Kruip. And British Natalia Kular. And from Latvia, Yekaterina Kuznechova. Isa Kwijtaal from the Netherlands. Margot Kwee from the Netherlands. And Lambia Lamtalsi. Conrado Lavino Zona, Italian-Argentinian background. Gabriela Lazarova from Bulgaria. And South Korean Yoon Jo Lee. Hu Wei Ming Liang. Xi Hong Yin. And Russian-German background, Anna Litvinova. Peter Litzner, Czech background. And the Swedes are with us, Daniel Lundqvist. Valentine Machiels from Belgium. And Bulgarian Milica Maneva. And from Georgia, Anna Mardelishvili. Ross Marquet, very US. Sasha Marois. Daan Masselink. David Massoud. And British-Australian Anthony McGregor. Guillaume Meyer, Swiss-French background. Hey! Kimberly van Menksel. Did I forget one, or is the list not in order? It looks, I didn't notice Piotr Mazur from Poland, but we repaired the damage. Let's continue then. Did I already have Kimberly van Menksel? And then we go to Sharin Mertens. Right you are. Sharin, welcome. Changxin Miao, Chinese. You warned me, but I still try. Adriana Mikołajczyk for Poland. And Iranian Sara Mobarani. Spanish-Mexican background, Diego Molina Sierro. Lisette de Mooi from the Netherlands. And from Georgia, Natalia Morkiladze. Anna Nellesen, German. Vietnamese Tao Nguyen. From the Netherlands, Anne Nieskens. Jean-Pierre Chimyumuremyi, Dutch. Sarisa Nuboer. Valentina Olivari. Johannes Ottman from Germany. Tommaso Pagotto, Italian. And German Lars Paslik. Dylan Pastoor. And German Lena Marie Petzmann. Arnaud Pedrazzani, French. And French Arthur Petit. Nieuwe from the Netherlands. Italian Elisabetta Piantoni. Amélie Plat from France. Christiana Delia Pole from Latvian background. Tim van Polen from the Netherlands. And so is Irene Poot. And from Greece, Avi Poula. Carlijn Prins. And from Albanian Greek backgrounds, Joanna Quendro. Walk careful. And Iranian Pedram Raban. From Finland, Annika Reini. So far all the high heels have been safe. Nikita Reshetnikov from Russia. Jeroen Riemens. Annelou Ringers. And also from the Netherlands, Larissa Risseo. German Johanna Rocha-Pfaff. From Spain, Miguel Rodriguez Luque. Daniel Roelands. Loïc Roldan Waals. Anna Ula Rone from Latvia. And French Lou Rougier. Wouter Schelfout. Buck Scheltens. And Swiss Dominique Scherer. Brit Schijvenaars van de Netherlands. And also from the Netherlands, Tom Scholtens. Tim, pardon me, Tim. Samuel Schulze. And from Italy, Riccardo Sciascia. And Colombian-Italian background, Daniel Cesana Camacho. Jane Severin. Dai Shen. Adamsfield. Olivier Siemer. Anouk van der Sijs. And Lithuanian Dominika Sliasko. Thomas Smulders van de Netherlands. And also Dutch Floris Solomans. Juliette Suleiman. Justus Spice, German. Like Luca Spring. Vittorio Stefani, Italian. Alexandra Stoyanova, from Bulgarian background. And German Fabian Strutt. And from Estonia, Reo Suun. Georgette Zwart from the Netherlands. And French-British Anna Tenturier. Frederik Tan from the Netherlands. Kaka Tang, Dutch and also Hong Kongese. Paul Tesar from Austria. And Latvian Peteris Tora. Moritz Trapp from Germany. And another interesting blend, American-French, Thomas Tremblay. And from Indonesia, Christian Trichayono. Yoon Chen Tse. Julian Tudose. Ozan Türker. And from Slovakia, Imric Valac. Rinse Gerben Veenstra. Netherlands. Lara Antonia Anna in het veld. Van de Netherlands. Anneloes Versloot. And the French-American mix, Marine Vigne. Iris Vis. Elisa Vlaanderen. And Romanian Alexandra Maria Vlaicu. Sarah de Vries. En Taiwanese Wei Ling Wang. Luc Op de Weg van de Netherlands. Norwegian Hendrik van der Weijer. Melvin Wezenberg. Alexandre Vitkovic, French. And Chinese Yushen Yang. French-Canadian Matthias Young. And Czech Michaela Zakova. Astrid van der Zanden from the Netherlands. And then from Russia we have Kirill Zaznobin. You may have noticed that some of the students have a silver sash on top of their gown. Well, these students have earned the honorary distinction cum laude, indicating that their grade point average over 3 years of studies was at least 8.25 on the Dutch grading scale from 1 to 10. And I must say, guys, you are getting better every year. We see an impressive number of no fewer than 63 students who have graduated cum laude this year, which is an all-time record. Last year there were 40. Wow. So let's beep them up. And the first one is Spanish-Mexican Mateo Aurelio Arenalo Nazare. Mateo. And German-Dutch Julius van den Arendt. And Kelvin Becker from Germany. And French Maurice Boulanger. Jula Buschmann from Germany. Italian Pier Giuseppe Coppola. Frederike Dijkhuizen from the Netherlands. and Bulgarian Yevgenia Boykova-Dimitrova. Lara Victoria Eisenhower, German. Mitch Evers from the Netherlands. And German Celestine Veer. Alvaro Fernandez Garcia, Spanish. Timo André Gemko from Germany. Aardkoolmi Tony Anthony van der Giesen from the Netherlands. And from China, Ding Hong. Philip Hachmann from Germany. Dion Hagenaar from the Netherlands. And Leon Hartkorn from the Netherlands. And of Dutch-French background, Klaas van Hinten. Christina Hollat from Germany. Zara Horn, Dutch and German background. Veronika Ristova from Bulgaria. Lin Yung Wang from China. Ida Huuskonen from Finland. Alessandro Giuliano, German-Italian background. Christopher Jansson, Swedish. Matthias Köke from Finland. Hanna Langeveld from the Netherlands. Joko Lelyveld from the Netherlands. Emma Lenjak, French-Swedish. Elise van der Loos, the Netherlands. Mark Ludwig, German. Sveva Magni from Italy. I could either say Jean Martin or Jean Martin, because he's French-American. And from Germany, Christian Meckelborg. Manon van der Meer, the Netherlands. Matthias Munich from Germany. And Dutch Inge Mutsaars. Dominique Nolan from the Netherlands. And Jonathan Nordeborg from Sweden. Benjamin Doyan from Austria. Jacqueline Opdam from the Netherlands. And from Romania, Andrei Sebastian Pauliuc. Dave Plug from the Netherlands. Yulia Ponomarenko from Ukraine. Marijn Rijf from the Netherlands. And also from the Netherlands, Kevin Ren. Sharon Rickers from the Netherlands. Iris Gerarda van Rooyen, Dutch. Francesca Rosa from Italy. Mira Ruers from the Netherlands. Florian Schirnik, Polish-German background. Nicole Schlemmer, German. Lisa Schulze Egberding, German. Esme Snippe, Dutch. Esme To, Dutch. Stelina Todorova, Bulgarian. Xiao Min Tung, Dutch. Nienke van der Veld, Dutch. Amy Hester Vriend, Dutch. And of Dutch-Brazilian background, Kim de Vries. And Max Walguni, Germany. Still, you have missed another 9 students who have not yet received their diplomas. These students have earned the extra honorary distinction summa cum laude, indicating that their grade point average over 3 years of studies was at least a 9 on the Dutch grading scale, and that not a single course was failed or resit. Well, this is pretty extraordinary because it's not 0.5% of graduates in the Netherlands who reach to this level. So let's be the first one, and that's Mark Al from the Netherlands with a grade 8.96. And also with a 9, Nikki van Avondonk, who's also Dutch. And also with a 9, Anastasia Topicina. From Russia. Miro Banovic, German. made it to a 9.1. Just like Uli Fretzen, also from Germany. And also Elisa Wendel made it to a 9.1 from the Netherlands. And Dutch Nicole den Boer, another 9.1. And also a 9.14 for Marissa Berghuis from the Netherlands. They know you. We have one left from Germany with an 8 grade point average of 9.24, Inga Marleen Gerke. You might not have been here, dear students, without the support of the people behind you, your parents, your family, your friends, possible sponsors. They have let you go to this program, sometimes far from home. I also know what it feels like when your kid says, I want to go. Maybe this is the right moment to let your beloved ones know that you're grateful for their continuous support. Please turn around, graduates, raise and give them a warm hand. This is nice. This was the biggest applause of today. Great. So please get seated again. That's great. Okay, you're an alumnus of IBA now. So the RSM Alumni Office has already given you access to the alumni group. And it's also nice to join the LinkedIn group. It's around 1,500 IBA graduates in there. So the world opens for you. Downstairs, to keep the memory alive, we have also the RSM store, selling the popular RSM hooded sweatshirts and the limited edition graduation beers, so check out. Today's next stage is the festive reception in the foyer outside, for which you're all invited. Tonight, the festivities continue. We have the IBA Bachelor Graduation Party, which has been organized for you by Star. This drink will take place at Club Nora, which is the former Club Bad, and it starts 9 o'clock. Not only the graduates, but also their parents, their relatives are welcome. Private event. Tickets can be purchased at the door already beforehand. Well, I hope you liked the ceremony, which was organized with the efforts from many. The Luxor staff, Renate in particular, the technicians, thank you guys. Colleagues from BA and IBA Program Management Admissions, Ilonka's team, the student administration, and the very first place, two ladies of my team, Chantal de Groot, Stella Lee. Well, this was about the last thing we could do for you as program management. On behalf of IBA, I wish you all the best. Well, after all these messages, the cortege of professors can prepare because they will leave the hall first. May I ask you to raise from your seats again? So is the cortege leaving first? And when they have left in silence, then we let out the graduates. And all the others, please be seated for a while. So may I first ask you to raise from your seats and let the cortege leave the hall. Thank you. And now it's time to leave out the graduates. Let the music start.
And in my mind, in my head, this is where we all came from. The dreams we have, the love we share. This is what we're waiting for. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say, got this feeling in my body. I can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. I can't stop the feeling. Wanna see you move your body. I can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab from the pocket, can't have me. I'll be the president one day. Jam me first. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you brought? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit. Speaking of this done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. Oh, body boy.
Great, they have left. As you've already read in the invitation, we have chosen to raise funds this year for a very special charity. All proceeds from the sales of drink tokens will go towards the Friends of the Sophia Foundation, which is a foundation that raises funds for the Erasmus Medical Center, the Children's Hospital in Rotterdam. You can purchase drink tokens at the reception. You probably already got some to your kid. It's €2 a token. Beer, wine and soda is 1 token. Prosecco is 2 token. Please note, there's a show tonight in the theater, so expect it to leave before 7 o'clock if you won't get lost in the crowds. I'd like to thank you very much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed the graduation ceremony. Please enjoy your evening and safe travels home. Bye-bye.